Hi everyone, this is Jennifer Palfini. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you. Hope you're all doing great. I'm gonna move this back a little bit. Always doing the adjustings with the Go Lives. Okay, we're gonna get started in a minute here. I got my iPad here so I can follow along. Can you see me? Oh, look, okay, that's good. Okay, great. So today, well, you notice that today I am I live right now? Anybody there? Is it cutting off my head? Yeah, it's cutting off my head a little bit. I'm gonna just move it up a little bit. I think that's better. Okay. So I'm so excited to be here today. We're gonna make chicken noodle soup. And I got a confession to make. I've never made this in our quick cooker before, so it's gonna be a first for me. And I just decided kind of this morning to do it. So but to be honest, that's real life cooking for me, and that's kind of how I roll in my cooking life. I'm not really good at the meal planning, and I'm not really good at getting things prepared sort of in advance and prep. So these are things that I'm definitely working on. I think my head's showing. Let's see. What did someone say? I'm here. Hi, Mom. Thanks, Mom, for being here. You always got to depend on your mom to be there for you when you're doing something like this. If you're lucky enough to, have a mom that you can do, that is there for you in many ways. So, anyway, we're going to make quick cooker chicken noodle soup. So today we're going to feature the quick cooker, which I'm super excited about. I have been a Instant Pot fan for a long time for quick meals. And one of the things I started realizing with the Instant Pot is that I was using it to get things done quick, but I wasn't enjoying it as much. And then when the pandemic hit, I kind of looked at things a little differently and started cooking in different ways. And part of that was not using my quick cooker as much, because I was using all my new Pampered Chef tools and super excited about that. But now that I have a hold of this quick cooker, I'm so excited because there's so many features on it that just make it a high quality, superior product than most products in the market when it comes to quick cooking. If you can hear the TV in the background, it's because my daughter is watching Tangled. So that's how we're going to manage things this morning. And I myself today wanted to make chicken noodle soup because it personally makes me feel good. And you'll notice today I have my A's hat on and my A's shirt. And I'm just thinking about all the things in Reno that I wanted to do this summer with my family that we didn't get to do because of the weather. And because of the smoke, because of the heat, and because of what has happened in the world with the current situation of social distancing and all that. So I'm lamenting a little bit, but I'm also celebrating because I know those things are coming back, and I'm looking forward to brighter days. And chicken noodle soup is one of those things that always makes me feel good, no matter what. So that's why I'm making chicken noodle soup today. That's kind of I always have a reason of why I'm making something, I feel like, and so that's that. So first we're going to start off with our ingredients. So for our ingredients, we have an onion, 2 celery stalks, a tablespoon of olive oil, fresh garlic, 4 medium carrots, boneless, skinless chicken breasts, 8 cups of stock, wide egg noodles, about 2 cups or so, a tablespoon of salt, dried thyme leaves, lemon, and we're going to go probably add parsley at the end. So I'm just going to pull that out for my herb saver in the refrigerator. I accidentally just took apart. 1 second. I spilled some water on before I get to clean that up. So those are the ingredients, and I'm also going to add. I'm going to add a bay leaf just because why not? And I might add a little bit of. Yeah, that's it. Just the bay leaf was the only thing I was going to add. I look at recipes, so to speak, like with a grain of salt. I typically don't follow recipes. I do my own thing. So me following this recipe today is going to be interesting because usually I just make chicken noodle soup and it's super easy and I just do it however I want based on whatever it is that I have. So let's get started. So first we're going to start with cutting our onion into chunks. So I'm going to take my chef's knife and I'm just going to cut my onion into some nice big chunks here. And you notice I have a Band-Aid on because right before this, I was setting up my video camera and I got my finger caught in the blade. It's the second time I've cut the same finger that same way. So that's why I have a Band-Aid on. So I'm working with the Band-Aid here, guys. I'm of the opinion that you can never have enough onion because what happens with onion in a quick cooker is it all just kind of just fades away a lot. So you want to make sure that you have plenty of onion, that you have, you know, it says a medium onion. I'm going with a large onion. I'm probably going to use all this onion because I just like using more onion. I think onion adds more flavor. I personally just think it's necessary to have more onion. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take that onion. I'm watching my daughter here because she just turned off the TV. I don't know why. And we're going to put it into the manual food processor. So this is going to be a super easy way to cut this onion up quickly. I'm just going to lay it in here. And I'll probably just do it in a batch, is what I'm thinking. Oh no, it's still on. The TV just went dark. Okay, all right, so I'm just gonna, I have, probably have too much. I have some kind of underneath the blade. So let's go ahead and just do it little by little. Yeah. And we're going to need to make a little smaller chunks here. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and start over. Can I just start over this day? That's sometimes how it is when you cook, I feel like, right? You're just like, okay, I want to make this simple, easy thing. Then I cut my finger. Then my daughter's watching a movie. I'm like, okay, just let's do this thing. Okay. We're just chopping it up so that we don't have to do that for the night ourselves. And this is a really easy way to chop things. As with all things in life, don't overload. Make sure you have the right size of things in there to chop. I've made guacamole with this a bunch of times. I think you guys have seen that before. So I just got some nice chopping in here. So I'm just going to grab a bowl and put that in. To set it aside. And grab my mini skinny scraper to get it all out. And then I'll do the next batch. And this will take just a couple of minutes to get this all done. Okay. Let's pop that in. Pop some more in. Yeah, this whole finger thing is kind of throwing me off my balance a little bit. So, I didn't have coffee today. I have orange juice. You can see it's like just all chopping up nice in there. There's a couple bigger chunks. I just want to get those out of the way. And I have to make sure that the blade is lined up here. And there we go. I got a couple bigger chunks out there, so I'm just going to take those out and do those in the next batch. All these onions are just going to totally melt down. And I'll put the rest in here. Not really that much left. Use my scraper, which I love, you guys. This scraper just gets everything all nice and neat. I can just grab and scoop even with my finger injury. I just can't believe I did the same thing I did before I was doing a video. So I just got caught in the video camera stand. Anyway, such is life. So, get the rest of the onions done. One more. I have a lot of onions. I probably am not going to use all these onions now that I see how many onions I have. And you know what? I'll use them for something else later on in the day, so no big deal. My counter is clean, and I hate to waste. Okay, here's our onions. Okay? Next, we have a lot of onions here, so we're gonna definitely not use all these onions. Probably gonna use about half, maybe a little bit more than half. But now I got onions chopped up for the week for whatever else I'm gonna make, so that's good. Okay, so that was our manual food processor. You can see how easy that makes the chopping work happen. Because with onions and soup, you do want the pieces to be small. You do want them to be not minced, but good morning. Hi, Nicole. Yes, it's that kind of morning, exactly. Hi, Christy. Okay, okay, so next we're going to, so we're gonna cut the celery into chunks, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I am a waste saver in my house. What? All done? Okay, thank you. You watch your movie now? Go watch your movie. So I already have celery that I've been saving, that I've been freezing all along, so I have my celery already cut, so I got that. So you need to cut your celery when you do this. And then I'm gonna cut carrots. I've peeled my carrots already, so I'm taking about 4 or 5 whole carrots, and I'm just going to slice these up and put that in a bowl here. I'm going to make them kind of in not too thick slices. It depends how you like your carrots or your soup. Do you like thick slices? Do you like half moon slices? You know, I'm going to half moon it a little bit. Do some of those. I'm just going to push them aside here. Really no other way to get around the carrot business because I'm not mincing or anything like that. I want chunks. Carrots just are one of the most important ingredients I think about chicken noodle soup because they just add that extra oomph of flavor. And I just love the chef's knife, you guys. And but if I have a thicker piece like this, you know, I'm going to cut it in half and half and moon it. And then just cut them in, you know, and just cut them in the chunks that way. I also think chicken noodle soup is so pretty. Do you guys think chicken noodle soup is pretty, or am I just weird about that? Okay, I'm going to do a couple more. I got to tell you, I really follow recipes, like I said, with a grain of salt. I eyeball it, and I always add more than I need, just so I have it, so that I don't get in a situation where I'm like, oh, I wish I would have added more of this or that. So I'd rather just have it all sliced up so that it's ready to go, so that if I need it, I'm going to have to move this one. And you guys are like, don't cut your fingers. Don't worry, I already did that today with the video camera stand. Okay. So there's my carrots. Okay, great. So now it says I'm going to remove any set aside, cut the celery chunks, process course it up, set the quick cooker to sear. So let's go ahead and turn the quick cooker on, which I totally covered up here. So we're going to turn the quick cooker on, and it's on already. And we're going to go to the sear setting, which is right here. And we're going to turn it to sear, and we're going to heat oil, and we're going to heat a tablespoon of oil in here on the pot itself. So I've got my adjustable measure spoon. I'm going to do a teaspoon of olive oil in here. Maybe a little bit more. I know. I can't follow a recipe, you guys. It's just impossible for me to do. And then I'm going to press start and heat the oil. So let's go ahead and press start. And now it's on sear mode. So this is just, you know, it's just going to cook in the pot a little bit. So we're going to give it another 3 minutes. And we're going to add the onion, celery, and garlic. So let's go ahead and press the garlic, which is one of my favorite things too. I love this product. Oh, here's another thing. You know, I'm also going to, I have some zucchini, and I feel like chicken noodle soup should be like what you want it to be, just like anything. So if you're a mushroom person, you love mushrooms, add it to your soup. We don't like mushrooms. We're not doing that. If you have spinach and you want to add it at the end. If you have kale you want to add it at the end. If you have zucchini that you want to add, like I do, you know, add it, because you want to use whatever it is that you have in the fridge with chicken noodle soup. I feel like that's really kind of the key of chicken noodle soup, is kind of this thing that you make because you want to feel good, but it's also this thing you make because you want to, you like what's in it. So I'm going to take my quick slice and slice up my zucchini into slices and just kind of get a little leverage here to do that. And then I have my slices of zucchini too. And I'm going to put those in the soup, and I'm actually going to cut them in half again because I like them to be like little moons. And my daughter will eat those up. And don't forget, with zucchini, you're adding more water to your soup, so maybe don't add as much water, for example. You just got to play around with these things. I feel like we've all gotten to be so intimidated by the kitchen, by all these cooking shows, that we forget that there's just a lot of basic principles and guidance that we could follow that makes it more fun. I have to have it lined up. I don't think I have it lined up, so. Meanwhile, my oil is heating up. And there we go. And I'm just going to cut these in half again, like I said. So now I'm adding zucchini and carrots all the way through there. And that's just going to, and what I love about that too, about adding something green into your chicken noodle soup, is it just makes it prettier. I love making things prettier because then I feel like they're more attractive and people want to eat them. So this is the quick slice. You've seen me use this product probably a bunch of times because it's sort of a staple in my kitchen. It's great for cutting your fruits, your vegetables, and all that kinds of stuff. Oh, she always puts a turnip in hers. Huh. That's good to know. You know, that brings up a good point because if I had some ginger, I would probably put ginger in my chicken noodle soup a little bit too because ginger has healing power too. So that's great. That's great feedback, Christy. I'm so glad I have an iPad here because I can pay attention to like what's going on. I can't see all the way over there, so I have my phone recording it, so I get a live recording. I have my computer, so I can be live on Facebook, and I have my iPad here. So we're at the height of technology craziness right here, right now, guys. Okay, so now we've got that all cut up. So all we're going to do is we're going to do our garlic. And for our garlic, I'm going to push my zucchini and my carrots aside here. And for my garlic, I'm just going to cut off the tips here. And usually I buy like bagged garlic, but I decided to go ahead and start just getting real garlic because I guess I kind of lazy with the garlic. So whatever you do, whatever makes you feel good. I just wanted to, and actually it takes a lot less space too. So, and so what you can do with the garlic, which is great with this garlic press, is you can put your garlic with the peel on it, with the skin on it, and it pops the garlic out anyway. So we put it in the garlic press and we're popping all that garlic out. You see how much comes out? So awesome. And then we're going to do about 2 cloves of garlic here, and my quick cooker is getting really hot, so I need to get something going in there. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to toss in some of my onions and get those going. And I'm going to put this the celery in, some celery. Since my celery is frozen, it's also going to create some water and juices in there. Still a little bit frozen. That's the thing about the quick cooker is you can put a lot of frozen things in here and not have to worry what's going to happen. I'm just going to go get a spoon to mix that all up and let that cook. And then I'm going to add my carrots. I'm going to hold off on my zucchini right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my mat here and just kind of scoop off the carrot part into the pan, which is why I love these mats. Not taking any of the zucchini, just the carrots. I am going to use all the carrots. So I put those in there. Okay? And we're going to let that just cook uncovered about 3 to 5 minutes. And you eyeball it and see, what's happening in there. I'm going to add I'm going to add this part of the garlic in, and then I'm going to cut the rest of the garlic up. I'm probably going to use 3 cloves of garlic now that I think about it, because I feel like 2 is not enough, and I always feel like the more garlic you have, the better. So I'm going to put my other garlic in here and press it. You kind of got a big glob of garlic in here. So you get the skin out, put all that garlic back in there and press it. So I get all the garlic out. And you can see just how you're getting all that garlic out of there. It's not wasted at all, which I love. I hate wasting. I say that all the time. I really just do. Get all of it out of there, all that good garlic goodness. And we're going to put that in the soup. And like I said, I feel like I want more garlic, so I'm going to go ahead and do another garlic. This one here. Hi, Kelsey. We're using the quick cooker. Aren't you excited? Kelsey got a quick cooker. She was one of my, Deb Lucas was one of my first parties that I had, and Kelsey got her quick cooker. And she, I don't know, have you used it yet, Kelsey? It's so fun to be able to talk to you guys. Okay, I'm going to do more garlic. I'm going to do it right in the pot this time. So you can see how much is coming out. The garlic press comes with this little scraper that lets you get just every little bit out and also makes it easier to clean. So, see if we get any more out of there, every little bit. Yeah, we got some more definitely. Okay, great. Okay, so let's mix that up. We're gonna cook that for just another minute or so. And I know what's happening now is I've created liquid because I'm using frozen celery. So always keep that in mind when you're cooking, like what you're using. Oh, nice, Mom. Mom said, I used my awesome tomato knife to cut some tomatoes and chunks of cheese for a little snack while watching you. Oh, that's good. Mom, I have not had anything to eat yet. I wish you were here to make me something. I had some orange juice and that's about it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get that going. I don't know if you can see, you probably can't see what's going on in the pot. It's all just cooking, you know, it's doing its job. Okay, and then in another minute, we're gonna press cancel. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and add more onions in because I just want to. I just feel good about adding more onions to chicken noodle soup. So I know most of these onions are just gonna kind of dissipate. So carrots are done. We've added the carrots. Now I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, so for my chicken, I'm using 2 chicken breasts. You're supposed to use a 1.5 pounds of boneless skinless chicken breasts. And so what I did is I quickly thawed them this morning, and I put them in, and I used a little bit of olive oil. And you guys, I can't say enough good things about this seasoning salt. I used the seasoning salt. That is a new product that came out in the fall. It's fantastic because it's not just salt. It's paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, dehydrated garlic, dehydrated onion, canola oil, and salt, and salt, of course, yeah. So this is just great. So instead of just using your salt, and I try to not cook with so much salt, actually, so this is a good option for that. So now we're going to hit cancel right here. And we're going to just turn that off, and we are going to add the chicken and the stock, the pasta, salt, and the thyme. Okay, so I've got my chicken here. I'm also going to add my zucchini when I add all that. So my chicken's right here, so I'm just going to grab my tongs, my large chef's tongs to pick that up. Because, you know, we want to make sure that we stay safe in the kitchen. You can see all that nice seasoning on the chicken in there. And I may be using a little bit more chicken because these chicken breasts are really big. But you know what? That's a good point. I'm going to take this chicken out. I just had a thought. And I'm going to cut it in half because it's a really big chicken. So we have this product called the Cut and Slice. That's going to make this chicken a little bit more manageable and easier to cook evenly. So I'm going to put it on here and push this down. And then I'm just going to go ahead and cut that chicken all the way across. Isn't that easy, you guys? I don't have to get my fingers dirty. I don't have to create more of a mess. And now I've got 2 chicken breasts instead. So I'm going to put those, like, you know, some thinner chicken product to work with that'll cook a lot more evenly. So I'm putting those in there. My tongs that stuff. Okay, there we go. And my other chicken breast is a little bit smaller, so that one's okay, I think. So I'm putting those in there. Then next, I'm going to add my stock. Okay, so for my stock, I had 4 cups of frozen stock that I made before in a quick cooker. And then I just added 4 cups of stock that I just made in the refrigerator. So I'm going to add 8 cups of stock. And you can't see this, but there's a fill line in here you don't want to go past. So I'm getting pretty close to the fill line here. I have about another 1.5 cups or something to go before I hit that. So there's all kinds of things that are set up in this quick cooker to make it easy for you to use. So now I'm gonna add my pasta. For my pasta, it says to add 2 cups of egg noodles. I know egg noodles expand, so you don't want to use a whole lot of egg noodles. You don't need to use a whole lot of egg noodles. So I'm gonna put those in, and this is in my adjustable measuring cup. And then I'm going to put in my salt, which I'm supposed to use a teaspoon of salt. And I don't have my teaspoon thing out here. Let me just go grab that. I have adjustable measuring spoons for tablespoons and teaspoons, which are really great because I can move these around and get the right measurement that I need. So I'm just going to grab a teaspoon in here. Probably do a little less. And depending on how your stock is your stock really salty? Is your chicken really salty? Do you need a lot of salt? You know, you might want to do a little bit of the seasoning salt. There's so many options that you could do. Okay, and then I'm going to add the thyme. And the thyme I'm doing a half a teaspoon. So for the sake of argument, when I never measure, I will measure it. And just make sure I get the right amount there. That's how easy this measuring spoon is to use. And then I'm going to stir to combine. So that all is mixed up really nice. I know you can't see this, but let me just, I don't know if you can see in there kind of what's going on in there. Just your basic chicken noodle soup, you guys. Okay, just that this is a lot faster. And then I'm going to add, I'm going to squeeze a lemon in here because I love the lemony, a little lemony flavor in soup. And I'm going to do just a half a lemon now and then a half a lemon when it's done. And I'm going to do it in the citrus press. So I'm just going to squeeze that lemon in here. Get all that goodness into the pot. Just squeeze the heck out of that lemon. This is just a fantastic product, the citrus press. I love it. Okay, and that's it. I'm going to cook on cover for 3. Okay, then I'm gonna press sear again. No, that's it. I'm going to stir to combine. Sorry, I'm reading the 2 lines together. And I'm going to adjust the time to 6 minutes on custom. I'm going to put in my zucchini too. And like I said, I know that the zucchini is going to add water to the mixture. And you probably can't see this, but I'm not even at I'm not at the max yet. So I'm good. I'm fine. So now now I have it on cancel. I'm just going to wipe it because I think I spilled some stock on here. So I'm going to go to custom setting. I'm just going to wipe around here because I spilled some stock around the side. I've got like the dropsies and the dripsies today, you guys. I don't know what's going on. Okay. And I'm going to put the lid on. And I'm going to set it to custom. And I'm going to set it for 6 minutes and press start. So custom, and I'm going to do time. I'm going to go to 6 minutes. And I'm going to do start. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure my button's pushed in. I mean, my button's up because I want this to be in a sealing position because I'm going to release the steam from here after it's done in 6 minutes. So here we go. Go. Go, 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 go. You guys see that? So it's going to take a little while for this to get up to pressure. And once it gets up to pressure, then the time clock will start going. So now that we've got that going, hi, Debbie. It's so much fun to have people here today. I haven't had that many people on my Go Live, so it's nice to have people here. Oh, you know what I was going to do? I was going to throw Bailey then, but too late now. I'm not going to do that. Okay. So, any questions so far, guys? So, literally, my chicken noodle soup will be done in like 6 minutes, which is amazing. So, this whole thing should take less than like a half an hour to make the soup, pretty much. And chicken noodle soup is something I would make in a crock pot. I mean, you certainly can make it other ways. I feel like this just gives you another option to get it done quick if you want to get it done quick. And that's what I really love about the Pampered Chef products and about cooking in general, which I feel like some people just kind of miss the point on. You can cook however you want. I mean, I feel like baking is the exception to the rule. You got to follow the rules because you won't get a good result if you don't. But, or you could get lucky, I suppose. But I never get lucky with baking when I don't follow the rules. Cooking is all about, I get back to this joy reference, is whatever brings you joy. So if there's ingredients in something that you're making and you don't like it, don't put it in. If you want to add something that isn't in the recipe, like I just did with zucchini, add it. You know, if you want to add kale at the end or spinach at the end, go ahead and do that. If you want more of a lemony ginger flavor and you want to add that in, go ahead and do that. You know, you have to do, when it comes to cooking, whatever makes you happy and whatever is going to make you and your family want to eat it. You know, like, for example, in my family, we don't do anything with mushrooms because I don't like mushrooms, and we don't do anything with eggplant because my husband doesn't like eggplant. So I'm not going to cook stuff that's going to sit around in the house and never get eaten. So when we go out to dinner, we have those things. You know, and like certain, we love garlic, so we always tend to use more garlic than we need to use because garlic, see, this is that $10 scraper, you guys. You can even use it on your counter. Isn't that fantastic? I'm just getting this all this icky mess cleaned up and out of the way because I'm going to give another prep nap. So just keep those things in mind. Don't say yourself to, because I feel like we all get caught up in the way that the chef does it or the TV show does it. And one thing I learned through Shelter in Place that I learned specifically from Michael Simon, who is a chef, is just like, don't overcomplicate it. Make it so you can have some fun with it. Make it so you can make it personalized and yours. And make it so that your family's going to want to eat it. Because if you make it and no one eats it, then what's the point? So, yeah. So I just like to talk about that because I feel like that's something we don't talk about enough. It was like, you know, cooking isn't perfection. It's experience and it's personalization. That's what I feel like it really is all about. Oh, my camera just turned off. Well, anyway, so while that's going, I figured we'd talk about a few more things because that's going to be, it's not even at 6 minutes, it's not even at pressure yet, so it's going to be a few more minutes to get there. I'm just going to move a few things out of the way here because I want to talk to you about what you want to talk about. So let's see if there's any comments or feedback of anything that anybody wants to know or to learn. Does anybody have anything? Yes, use it once with the microwave pasta cooker. We do like 3 batches and have a bowl for like soup. Oh, okay. Well, Kelsey, now you know you can make it in your quick cooker really easily. It's very simple, super simple to do. And I've made chicken noodle soup a lot in a quick cooker, so I can, you know, I know that it's going to turn out good and it's going to taste good. And if it doesn't have enough flavor, I'll add more flavor. If I had fresh herbs, I would probably add fresh herbs. I don't have any except for right now for parsley, so I'm going to top it with parsley. When it's done is my plan. That's what I'm thinking. So, I wanted to talk to you about something I really haven't talked about that much, which is the business opportunity with Pampered Chef. Well, first I want to talk to you about the hosting opportunity with Pampered Chef. And I was talking to my new team member yesterday, and we were just having this conversation of like, you know, what makes Pampered Chef unique? Really what makes it unique is they treat their hostesses just like gold. I mean, you get so many opportunities to earn free products and get discounts that you just don't get with a lot of other places, or for kitchen stuff, for example. It's the only kitchen deal I know of where you can actually outfit your kitchen for free or for discounts in such a great way that it's just a fantastic opportunity to host. Like most of my hosts take advantage of the host offer, which is typically a 60% off set. We've had 60% offers in September for all of our electrics, which includes the quick cooker, the air fryer, and the blender. For October, we have the same thing, that you can earn 60% off for these products with hosting a party. And also, they've lowered the qualification amount for these months to only be $200 to be able to earn this. In the summer, they were $650. And in the summer, the air fryer, for example, was only offered to hosts. I mean, consultants couldn't buy it, and neither could guests. And now we have a lot of air fryers, so we're stocked up. So we're in good position there to be able to offer the air fryer to more people. So the host opportunity is great. So it's not just you get that host offer, the 60% off deal, or whatever the offer is for the month. Sometimes it's double rewards. Sometimes it's an extra $100. But then you have that scale of offer based on how much your party sells. how much you earn in free products. For example, the highest amount I've had at any party has been $780 in free products. 5 for 50% off and 1 at 60% off. That was my highest. My second highest was my party and my client host party, which was $565 in free product. And 5 products at 50% off and 1 at 60% off. That makes this quick cooker less than $125. And I will tell you this, I have the other popular quick cooker in the market, and there's just no comparison. This safety feature alone on this quick cooker is worth the investment in your kitchen, because you have this button that you press. You don't have to worry about how you're going to get that vent seal up, because they tell you, like, use a wooden spoon or, whatever. It has 16 settings on it. So the thinking is done for you. Like the other day, I made salmon in like 3 minutes. Not 3 minutes total to make it, but 3 minutes to cook it once it hit up to pressure. So it's just a fantastic product. And you get Pampered Chef support, because what Pampered Chef does, which a lot of people don't realize either, is they have hundreds, even thousands of recipes, I would say, on their website that are for you for free. So even if you don't buy Pampered Chef or you're looking for a recipe, go to Pampered Chef and see if there's something that you can make, because I guarantee you 2 things. One is that it has been tested and made by at least, a test kitchen several times and consultants probably multiple times, and it's going to taste good. Because the first thing a consultant or anybody trying food that doesn't like it says, okay, it needs this, it needs that, you got to fix it. So you get a lot of proven recipes where, like, it's 4 o'clock and you're on Epicurious and you're like, oh, what this one? This says 5 stars. Don't even worry about the star thing. Just know that you're going to get a recipe that has been tested and proven by multiple people, and always feel like you want to add to it to make it personalized to be your own. So anyway, so the host offer is just really good. It's a great way to outfit your kitchen. For me personally, between getting the consultant kit, which was more kitchen stuff than I had ever had for myself since I met my husband, or even since before. Because I would not invest in my kitchen, because I would be like, well, everything I have is good enough. I shouldn't be spending money that way. And I feel like a lot of us are like this. We accept what we have in the kitchen because we can't afford to get anything else, or we don't want to buy it, or we think what we have is good enough. But however, we're spending all this time in the kitchen with stuff that just isn't really that great to use sometimes. And I'm not saying, all your stuff is bad or average, but take a look at what you have and you'd be surprised to see how much stuff you probably could just bin, and how much stuff you probably just don't need anymore, or don't use, or isn't as functional. And I have many examples of that in my own kitchen. So when you become a consultant like me, you earn it. You buy a kit. It's your biggest and only biggest investment in the company. And when you buy the kit, and then you have your launch party, and you get a commission on your launch party of 20% or more, plus all the free products, it almost pays for the kit itself. So it's just not that hard. It is a business that you can get going, up and running on very quickly, very easily, and benefit yourself. Like, you are going to change the dynamic of your kitchen by getting these products into your kitchen. And that I can guarantee you, because I've just been amazed how much this has changed my kitchen. And so starting in September, when I started, when the kits were offered, when I started, the quick cooker was the offer. Well, starting in September, the air fryer is part of the consulting kit. So you get, I don't know. Here's a question for you guys. How much do you think a kit is worth that you pay $269 for? Anybody? Anybody there? Anybody? How much do you think a kit that is $269 to buy is worth in retail value? How much do you think a kit to buy that is $159 is worth retail value? And how much do you think a kit to buy that is $99 worth in retail value? Okay, well, I will tell you. A $99 kit, which is all it takes to start, is a $400 value. So that's double. You get double back what you invest. A deluxe kit, which is $159, is $700 value, which is like insane, because that's even more than 50% return. And the ultimate kit, which is $269, Christy, is your guess $400 value? Or is that your guess for the other kits? Which one are you guessing for? The big one? Okay, the big one, you guys, costs $269, which includes the air fryer and like 25 other products, approximately. It includes measuring cups, stoneware, this manual food processor, which is the #1 product I use in my kitchen every single week, multiple times a week, 3 to 4 times a week. I use this product. It includes the adjustable grater. It includes the mix and chop. It includes the salad shears. It includes the small batter bowl. It includes the rock crock, which, you know, the rock crock is a product on its own that is depending on what thing you buy. So yeah, Christy, the big kit is $269 to buy, and it's an $1,100 value. $1,100. So that air fryer alone, if you were to buy it, is $3 something. What's the exact price on the air fryer? If you didn't have a party and you were just buying this air fryer because you want the best air fryer in the market that's going to kick a 4.5-pound chicken, the air fryer will cost you $279 alone. So you're buying this kit for $269 and you're getting an air fryer, a large bar pan, a manual food processor, which is $60. Large bar pan is like $45. Chef's tongs, citrus press, garlic press. Most of these things that you see me here using here for $269 just to start yourself a business. And what we like to say is you don't have to marry us. You can just date us and see if you like us. Your commitment when you buy a kit is to sell at least $1,250, which, let me tell you something, you guys. The first party I had, which was my launch party, which I also earned a commission on, I had $2,500 in sales. So, I mean, I already hit everything I needed to hit within my one party. And then I just been going on from there. You know, I'm getting close to, I have a big milestone coming up, or I had to hit a milestone in July when I just started May 22nd with my first party. I'm just going to tell you, like, the kitchen is so, I don't want to say hot because that sounds trite, but the kitchen is so in need right now. And people are so in need of socialization that it's not a difficult business to get your mind around because you're offering something every single day of value. Like, this quick cooker has so much value, and why do I know? Because I have another quick cooker, and I know how much better this is. And I feel better having it in my kitchen because it's safer for my family. And I know that if I ever have a problem, I'm not going to Amazon to return it. I'm going to the person who sold it to me, which is myself, to take care of it for me. And that's the other thing too. Out of all my parties that I've had 24 parties since May 22nd, which includes my launch party, and 2 in-home parties, which I'm about to have my 3rd this week. And I've only had 1 person cancel an order and like 2 returns. And that's probably like in 250 or so individual guests and customers. Why? Because the products are good, you know, and I know people were disappointed that they had to wait. They had to wait for the products, you know, to come because we had the delay, and it was because Pampered Chef has experienced growth from $300 million company to $1 billion company over the course of the summer. So it's just a great time. And the reason they're growing is because people are realizing I need to get good stuff for my kitchen. Where can I buy it? And where can I have a trusted relationship with someone who can service it to me and bring it to me in an easy way? Oh, and by the way, I can also get free stuff. So it's just a great business opportunity from that perspective. You cannot beat the quality in the market. And I can say that with truth in my heart because I have really good kitchen products too. And I have really average kitchen products. And I've just been blown away by the quality of the design and the feel of every single product that Pampered Chef offers without fail. You know, it's just well thought out design. It's easier to clean. Most of it can go in the dishwasher. Always read your instructions because some of it can't go in the dishwasher and you need to know what can and can't. And just clever ways of doing things that were taking me a much longer time. I mean, even something as simple as a scraper to get stuff off of a mat to be able to dump it into a pot is something that I would be doing on a wood cutting board, and then I would have to move it and pick it up with my hands and go to the other spot to do it. Like, it's just making things just overall just more graceful and efficient in my kitchen. Although I have to say I haven't been very graceful this morning in this kitchen, but everybody has their days, right? So, so I just wanted to bring up those points about how easy it is to get started. And then also I want to bring up the points about the camaraderie and the love that this company has with everybody who joins. You're never on an island by yourself. And I happen to be on the #2 team in the company, which, oh my gosh, it's like overwhelming to be a part of a group that's been around for a long time and jump in and already be on the #2 team in the company out of 83,000 consultants. Or so, probably more than that now, because that was the number, I think, last year of how many consultants there were. And the good point, Christy, you can earn an income. You don't even have to leave your house with this business. Like I am doing in-home parties in Reno, which I'm loving because, I mean, and I'm mask on, I'm gloves, I'm the whole 9 yards of everything that needs to happen. To have a party following CDC guidelines, and I do take that very seriously. But 2 of my parties have been at home. Most of my parties have been online. And if I was to quarter out the percentages of where these parties have been, probably 25% have been in Reno, 25% have been in California. I've had parties in Maryland, Illinois, Ohio, Louisiana, Colorado, Oregon, Wyoming, and yeah. So that's the nature of this business, because my network that I initially reach out to, which is kind of how you get started with your business, is in those places. And then once I reach out to my friends, and they're tired of hearing me talking about Pampered Chef all the time, which of course, you know, that happens. I'm reaching into their friends who also see value in having a party and getting free stuff in their kitchen, getting discounts on something that they really want that they can't afford to buy otherwise. And that's how the business grows. And that's the exciting part about this, is that it gives everybody an equal opportunity. You have an equal opportunity when you start this business to make it what you want to make it. And I think that's just a beautiful thing. For someone who spent 27 years in corporate marketing and corporate business, to come from that to be doing something like this, it's just a refreshing change. I mean, every day I'm doing something that's fun. Every day I'm doing something that is making people a little bit happier. Hopefully, you know, my mission is to bring joy into your kitchen. And part of that is helping people do whatever it is they need to do. You know, it could be something as simple as just getting a new utensil. You know, that makes a big difference, because every time that person uses that utensil, they're like, oh my gosh, you know, with these chef tongs, I can just grab stuff so much easier. And I just love how they lock in the drawer when I put them in the dishwasher. And I love that I can put them in the dishwasher and they don't melt. I love it that I can put it in, you know, up to 450 degrees or whatever the temperature is, and they're going to not melt on the sides and burn into my food. It's just like that silly little thing. Maybe it's not even silly. That just brings a little bit more joy into your life. And that's why this business is doing well, because it really is helping people. And that's why I love it. That's why I just love what I do. I love working with the people, and I love the support from the teams. Like, everybody wants you to be successful. Nobody is going to let you out there to hang to dry. Everyone's motivated to help everyone. And I just think that's really great. Whether you're a mom of 5 kids, you know, a single person that just wants to have a side gig to get some holiday presents, someone who just lost their job that needs a gig in between, making some income before you find your next career stop. This is just a great place to be. Like, there's just no negative. And I've had a lot of different, you know, jobs and companies and experiences. There is no negative downfall in this opportunity, which blows me away, because I'm always like, what's the gag? You know, what's the trick? How does this really work? There must be something. It's just you work your business how you want, and you make what you want based on how you work your business. That's it. It's not rocket science. It's a numbers game and a get out there and try game. So anyway, we're at 5 minutes now, which is good because it's only 10 minutes left I have to talk. And, oh, hi, Kim. And, you know, the other thing I love, too, about this business that's very different than any other business out there is, I don't know however you look at it, in some way, I am touching people's lives, getting them to the table somehow. Whether it's sitting up at the counter, having a microwave meal super fast that was made last night that needs to be heated up properly, whether it's getting the whole family down and eating a warm meal, because our cookware and our plates will keep things, you know, and our stoneware will keep things warmer longer. I feel like I'm just doing something good, not bad. Like, I feel like I already said, there's no downside, but I feel like all these little things that we do to get families closer together and to get people more excited in the kitchen, so they're cooking and getting their children involved in that experience. You know, like my friend Kim, who's on here, Kimmy is from Southern California. She had a party. She was the one that had the $780 of free gifts, by the way. And she got an air fryer, and her son just graduated high school and he's going to college, and hey, shelter in place happens. So the child's not going anywhere. He's going to be home. And he is having a blast with that air fryer. They're having a blast with it together, making chicken and chicken wings and just having a good time. And like, that's just an experience that they're sharing together now because of a party she had, because of a product she earned, because of something that I did to bring it into her life. And I think that's just really cool. And if you can look at all the things you do in your life, and I've always been like this person that I just want to make an impact in the world in a positive way. And in my whole 27 years of corporate life, I very rarely felt that way. I felt like I was making big companies richer, and sure, I was getting richer too. But like, what was I really touching? Who was I really touching every single day? I get emotional when I think about it. Like, who was I touching? Who was I helping every single day to make their life a little bit better? And I can honestly say I could never feel that consistently. And I feel that consistently with this business. And I just think that it's such a great opportunity for people that are looking for something else, that want more in their life. And whatever that more looks like to you is up to you. However you run your business is up to you. But you can have more. And don't let anyone tell you different. You deserve to have more. You deserve to be happy in whatever it is that you're doing. And I do get very emotional about this because I know what it's like to not be happy with what you do. And I know what it's like to be happy with what you do. And I know what it's like to feel fulfillment in what you do. And I know what it's like to not feel fulfilled in what you do. And anything you can do to get you closer to that fulfillment and feeling better about your place in the world and your place in your family and your place in your home, whatever that looks like, then, I mean, go do it. Go be fearless. Go do it. And just give it a shot because you never know what can happen. Yeah. So there's that. You guys can tell I'm a very passionate person about, driving change and making an impact. So we're at 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes to go. And I feel like I'm always chatting and you guys are not chatting so much. So I don't know if I'm chatting too much or if you, please just ask me anything you want to know about the business, about the products. And I have opportunities to host for October parties. I feel like I'm good for September. I could have more parties in September, but I don't feel like I want to overdo it. How I run my business is so how I feel comfortable running it. And I feel like I'm at max capacity with 10 or 11 parties in September, which like back in June, I was having 5 or 6 a month. So my business is growing and I'm excited to bring on a new team member. I have 2 team members that have joined this summer along with me, and I hope that the business is going to grow from there. And if you're here local in Reno or not, I'd love to have you join my team. There's more business for everybody. There's lots of opportunity for everybody inside our circles and inside our circles, and it's only going to make a positive impact in our local community with bringing money into our own community in which we live. So reach out to me about having a party. Reach out to me about the opportunity for the business. Reach out to me about any kind of questions you have. About recipes, cooking, products. I want to be here to help you because that's how I'm making my little, impact into the world. Okay, so we are done, looks like. So we are going to press the steam release button to manually release the pressure. And this is what I love about this. I can I push that button like this and I'm not near it. And I don't have to worry about dealing with that whole scenario. So I'm just looking at directions here and I realized I put all the broth in. I was going to put the 4 cups in. That's so typical. So I don't know what that means. I'm sure it'll be fine. We're going to take the chicken out and we're going to cut it up and pop it back in and add some more lemon and then we're done. And that should be, see how the steam's still releasing? And it's slowly finishing here. I'm gonna get a bowl out for the soup so we can see what it looks like. That's all that pressure in the cooker that's releasing. And here's some other tricks that I do use to make chicken noodle soup, by the way, you guys. Sometimes I buy Costco's rotisserie chickens, and they cut them up, and they put them like in this big bag, and then my husband, we get home, and my husband takes the chicken, and we put it into, what do you call the vacuum seal thing, into 3 different portion servings, and I use that. So then I don't have to cook chicken up all the way it's already cooked. I can just drop it in there later in the process. Some other time-saver things I do is as I use carrots or celery and I have extra, I put them in Ziploc baggies and keep them in the freezer all the time. So I have that stuff ready to go. And I often make my own broth, which I did in this case. I did 4 cups of my own broth and 4 cups of broth that if I'm in a hurry, which I am, and I think this is the best convenient way to store it, I use squeeze broth and just pop it in the microwave. You know, I try to do as much from scratch and homemade as I can, but everybody has their limits. And, you know, where I choose to cut corners on, I think about pretty carefully. So I don't have a problem with using the broth, you know, if I have to do that, or get one of the big ones if I need to do that. But I do love to make my own broth, and making it in a quick cooker is so easy and hands off in a short amount of time compared to the times when I would make it in the crock pot all day long. So there's that. Okay, so the steam has been released. It took about 3 minutes to release the steam. And I'm going to open it up. Oh my gosh, I can even smell the lemon. I wish you could smell this. It smells so fantastic. So I'm going to take my chicken out. And for the purposes of time, I was going to cut it with the salad choppers. But this chicken is going to be super hot, so I'm going to cut it with a knife. And I'm thinking about that Bryan Adams song. So it cuts like a knife. Total 80s girl over here. But you know what, I will. I'll show you how it cuts with the salad choppers so you can see how that works. So I could just cut it like this. I guess I could do it this way, actually, so we'll do it this way. I'm just trying to avoid getting myself burned and avoiding my finger with the Band-Aid. So there we go. So aren't those awesome? All that chicken just pops right out of there. You cut up the pieces however you want. The feedback I always get from my husband is we never have enough meat when I make soups. So I always try to make extra big chunks so we can see that there's a lot of meat in the soup when I make it. And since the chicken's kind of been more or less, you know, cooked in water, it just kind of falls apart too. So there's that. This is a smaller piece, so it's going to fall apart even more. So there's the chicken, so you can kind of see how that worked. Yeah, and then we'll just get a nice bowl out here so you can see what that looks like. I'm going a little bit over in time with this finger situation, with my rough start morning. I hope you guys enjoyed this today. Go live is something totally new for me, and I'm trying to get better at it. Today's not a great example of that, I suppose, but it's something I'm really having a lot of fun with, and being able to share my joy for cooking. And, you know, like today, for example, was a day where I didn't even do this recipe before. Yes, I made chicken noodle soup hundreds of times, not hundreds of times, a lot, but I've never made it in this quick cooker, nor I've used this quick cooker in this way. So that was, you know, it was a risk, but I'm okay taking risks. So I'm going to use the chef's knife for this piece because it's going to go a little bit faster, and I need to drop this call and get it back going to the next go live. And then all I'm going to do, which is the great thing, again, about these, and I'm probably just going to chop up a few more pieces here, just get a little bit smaller, because even though my husband likes big chunks, my daughter likes smaller chunks. You got to please everybody when it comes to cooking, I feel like. So make sure you please yourself too. So then I'm just going to drop this back in here. And I think I told you I was going to add a little bit of lemon, so I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon in there. Again, I just like the lemony flavor in the chicken noodle soup. Gives it extra zest. Okay. And I'm gonna give it a quick stir. Oh, this just looks so gorgeous, you guys. I actually might even add some more egg noodles. I'm not sure yet. I feel like you can never have enough noodles. My husband doesn't prefer to have a lot of noodles. So I'm using our ladle here. See that? Isn't that gorgeous? And in the spirit of you need to try what you make, I'm going to try a taste. Oh my gosh. This reminds me of Mrs. Grass soup, which is crazy because I know my mom's on here, and my favorite soup growing up was Mrs. Grass with the egg. Do you guys know that, Mrs. Grass soup? Just the best soup that just brings back a ton of memories of me being a kid. So I'm going to take off some parsley out of my herb saver here. You see that? And I'm just going to chop a little parsley real quick in here. Add a little parsley. I could chop it up better probably in the manual food processor actually. But I know I'm running out of time here. So anyway, you guys, there's your chicken noodle soup. I'd say you can make the whole thing in less than 30 minutes probably, start to finish with a little prep. And you'll have this chicken soup to warm up your heart, warm up your soul, and hopefully warm up your day. I hope you have a great weekend. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you soon. Thanks, guys.